biscuit.
I knew it. I knew what you were doing before the credits rolled. What was coming
rolling.
after?
That's right. It was rolling.
I kept your rollback segment in last week.
I forgot my red hat.
Yeah, right. But
yeah.
What is it a red Mets hat?
Yankees hat.
Or it's a red Yankees hat.
Yeah.
How Yankees are not red at all.
No, not one
like,
bit.
Is that a custom made job? I have to wonder.
I think it was to begin with.
And then once it was famous.
Well, yeah, then it was like Eminem. Everybody had to have that blonde hair for a while. You know
right,
what I mean?
and everybody needed that red Yankees hat.
Sick of Slim Shady.
But I think nowadays you can get any team in any color.
You can get fast, quick Eddie's hats. You know what I mean? You can do anything you want.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Gold stars all around. Antisocial experience 279.
Ding, 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 ding.
If you didn't make it, you probably should have.
Yeah, we did.
Amazingly.
Yeah.
Somehow.
We didn't light it, but we're trying to fight it.
So, and going back, man, this kind of, we're going to briefly hop back onto another topic. And by the end of this, we should get gold stars.
At least some tickets.
Not at the beginning, but definitely gold stars all around by the end. You will want to give us gold stars, but you be the judge, not us. Going back originally, this show, before it was actually a show, when it was just in like the conception and let's do this, let's not do it, let's do this, let's not do it stage, like episodes were recorded. I have like 7 original episodes that I haven't mastered, haven't went through, edited, done nothing. Maybe I will someday. I don't know, and release them. I've always talked about it, but I'm not quite sure. But there was also, how do I want to say it? There was a name ahead of, because the name only come about whenever I decided to publish, because there was two, you know, when you Google something, you try and find the name of a place, and it's just the results are skewed because it's so common that there's this variation, that variation, the other. That's what happened with the original name, because the original name was Cyberpunk Project, CPP, you know, and it's just like, just even abbreviating that, you come up with so many results. And then
in Cyberpunk, there was that game that was like all
well, that was before the game, though.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, but there was just so many, because it's a whole genre of stuff, and there was just so many. It'd been near impossible to get seen, like
I know,
in
with
search
all
results
these
and whatnot.
with all these flashing lights we have on us now.
Is that the police? Is the door locked?
Yes, always.
But no, yeah. So that's and I also brought it. We've talked about it from time to time. I brought it up today, even of whenever we were both. I was doing something, you were, and we could have just like talked about continuing on, trying to form, you know, this, that. But it never really happens until you take and record something or do something and then decide to publish it, put it out there, let it be judged or not.
Yeah.
You know?
And we were shitty together at first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was 2 people that have been doing something.
But completely different things.
With other people, and then trying to find a working mechanic between it. And eventually, yeah, something was forged.
Yeah.
What? I don't know.
I don't either. Something.
We'll call it that.
Yeah. Forged, like in fucking metal and steel and fucking hot lava.
Anyhow, yeah, that's where it is, man. And it's like, I wonder how much less I would know personally, just with, and it's not like I'm the master of social media, the internet, podcasting, editing, video, audio, anything, but I've learned quite a bit along the way to make this process that we do, sit down and like record, to be able to stream it live.
Do you remember this used to take hours?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
We come out at 2 and hopefully get on by 4:30.
Yeah, or come out at 1. Yeah, and hopefully get a 10-minute show. Yeah, no, and that's what I mean. Over time, you learn stuff that just is going to help you in the long run. And it's I can't imagine not knowing it and then trying to stumble into it now. How clunky it would be. You know, quite a process though. Moving on, man. And this is why we're going to get gold stars.
Or some tickets. Listen, so I had this funny thought.
We're not taking credit.
No, no, and I had a funny
But
I gotta take credit for my Facebook status because it just came to my
we
head.
have to we have to talk about it.
Yeah, so last night, I'm me and my head runs like, normal. So I was like, they should have made it behind the music on the Showbiz Pizza Band, with the Bears, the animatronic band. You guys know what I'm talking about.
For people that are lost, Behind the Music is a VH1 exclusive thing. Or
Yeah.
is VH1 even still a thing?
I don't even know that for sure. But
Okay, but a Behind the Music, that's where they really took a deep dive.
yeah, into the band and like all the drug addictions and the yada yada yada, you know what I mean? But now we're
Yeah.
diving into where Chuck E. Cheese, he was just a lonely little tambourine player just on the side, like boop, 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 doing his thing. And all of a sudden he takes the rise to fame. He kills off the entire fucking band, dude. Band's gone, dismembers the band, and he literally rips the skin off the band and places his own face on it. And like that's not even an exaggeration, because I'll tell you why. So I'm gonna read this so I get the facts straight here. I don't want to be delivering bad facts. Okay, so ready. The Rockafire Explosion, which was the band, and Chuck E. Cheese, basically, Chuck E. Cheese, previously known as Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza Time Theater, and Showbiz used to be competitors until the video game crash of '83. When both companies went almost bankrupt, to avoid this, the companies merged into Showbiz Pizza Time. Sometime later, Aaron Fechter, the creator of Showbiz, was basically forced to retire his animatronics in favor of the Chuck E. Cheese mascots in a process they called concept unification. The interesting part is that they straight up peeled the skins off the Showbiz bots and replaced them with the skins of Chuck E. Cheese ones. In recent times, though, Chuck E. Cheese is getting rid of their animatronics, and most of them have already phased out completely. The Altoona location is one of the last remaining locations that still has the Showbiz bots underneath the Chuck E. Cheese skins. Kind of creepy. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Right.
But yeah, like,
That's
yeah. Yeah, like
quite a thing, dude.
dude, they peeled the skin off the band and put their own skin on it. How sick is Chuck E. Cheese? Like, he's like, they should have made Hannibal, but with Chuck E. Cheese. Like,
Right.
yeah, or Silence of the Mouse. You know what I mean? Like,
Definitely. But just what was that concept unification?
yeah,
Is that what they called it?
yeah. It sounds like something from a freaking concentration camp.
Or dude,
Like Hitler's main thing was concept unification. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god,
or just something like,
it sounds
is that
evil.
what you do when you kill off everything and
Dude, he killed off an entire band. Like, he didn't kill off one character. He's just like, he's going to move to the side. No, he killed off an entire band and ripped the skin off their faces and put his own on there. He's a sick fuck.
they changed just the faces or like the entire
They just used the bodies.
damn, man.
Dude, and like Billy Bob Bear, Mitzi Mozzarella, they all got they ripped them apart. Nothing. But guess what I found out, though, on my own digging last night? So Jimmy gets a digging, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna eBay, see what some of that merch is like still like. So listen, we can still buy the fucking band, the animatronics, all the control panels, everything, and we can literally put the band back together. And we can have it like, let's say, in Nick's living room, like fucking the Showbiz Pizza Band would literally be playing in Nick's living room. Like, how rad would that be? They're like, you know what I mean?
Right,
How rad
the
would that be?
original. I
Yeah.
remember going to Showbiz.
Yeah, dude.
And then at some point it wasn't Showbiz anymore, it was Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, that's when he killed off the band, yo.
And until you actually brought this up, I had no memory of Showbiz Pizza, like none. But after you said it, I'm like, yes.
Showbiz was real, man. The band was real, you know? The
Yeah.
band was real. But no.
That's so crazy.
That fucking Chuck killed him off, you know? He's
The tambourine player.
the little lonely tambourine, he's like in the corner, you know. Next thing you know, he's just hacking throats.
How would we clue this shit up? The tambourine player did it on the stage with the
candlestick. Yeah.
tambourine.
Yeah, the tambourine too.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's
And I don't even know where the corpses are of Billy Bear Bob and like, Mitzi Mozzarella and Looney Bird and the rest of the gang.
I wonder if you could find the skins. Like
They're
you
still
think they
out
got
there.
trashed?
I don't know, but there's still animatronic ones with their skin on it on eBay right now. Like, we can buy Billy Bob Bear for
You
$3,500.
sure it's not like remade skin?
Dude, it's you have to buy the base for $450 under them, so it works them. Okay, I mean, it's the real deal. Like, we can buy the band and put it back together.
That's crazy.
Like, we could be like the Blues Brothers, but with like the fucking
how many thousands would we need for the what was it? Rockafire Explosion?
yeah. Just when I totaled up last night, it would cost us around $50,000 to put the band back together.
Jeez.
But worth it? Yes.
You
Lifelong dream? Yes.
You would have
like,
the band.
dude, we'd be legends.
You would have the band. Somebody's going to do it.
Dude, it'd be like when the Blues Brothers put their band back together. You know what I mean? It's legendary.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what happened though. Like, yeah, and the owner of Atari, the guy who created Atari, actually created Chuck E. Cheese too.
Lottery time, definitely.
Yeah, no, I don't
Processed
need a
lottery.
yeah, I don't need to burn any more of my money.
No, she's saying
Yeah, yeah, you
win
have
it
to,
and
but you have to win. Okay, so
yeah.
yeah, I don't just not no. I went to Las
Oh, you
Vegas for
you mean you don't put money in and get payouts on
no, I went to Vegas for 10
Oh,
days and played $10 the entire time I was there. Why? Because I already know I'm a loser.
well, that and the odds are definitely stacked against you. The house generally wins.
The house has to win, or they don't stay in business. Like it's simple
All
math.
right, yeah, the house always wins is the saying, I think is how that goes.
Whose house? Ron's house.
Dude, that's so crazy though that you
Yeah,
and let me tell you, animatronics are they were kind of huge years ago, but they have been gotten huger over time because of the of video games.
but
The Five Nights at Freddy's series,
yeah,
and then just all the fan-made games that go with that.
dude, go to Disney World and ride Pirates of the Caribbean, and if you don't love animatronics after that, there's something wrong with you because like that's the finest display of animatronics there is in the world. I don't care. Like it's
Right.
incredible, man.
You know, I like the,
He says ask
actually
Mr. Beast to put the band back
actually,
together.
we
Mr.
should.
Beast has the money,
Yes, he does.
and he could do it.
Dude, get the message out to him, Jimmy. We'll do it after the
He don't
show.
know me, but he was going to. He's gonna be like, that Showbiz Pizza guy's back. That's me,
Oh,
motherfucker.
right?
But yeah, dude, can you imagine Chucking backstage? Just like poor Billy Bob Barry's been years on the road with Chuck, you know what I mean? They tambourines, guitars side by side, and he's ripping the skin off his face, just murdering him.
Right.
Dude, it just
It's actually people, but we gotta drama it's a dramatization. How they
yeah.
say that on TV
Yeah, yeah.
when they spice things up a little from the original events.
Yeah. I'm telling the truth. I was there. I was out front eating pizza. It was like my third birthday. But listen, the merch for that place, dude. You literally
Showbiz?
yeah, listen. You don't even want you can't even the astronomical amount for a pizza party hat. They literally had a paper plate on there. Okay? A paper plate from Showbiz Pizza you got at the pizza parties.
Yeah,
$75 for a paper fucking plate, dude.
that's
A paper
insane.
hat was $100. Like,
Remember in the past like that.
yeah.
And
And Chuck E. Cheese wallet was even, I think, fucking $86 or something like that. Like, it's nuts
what video game crash was it
from
in?
83. So I was born in 83. So I know, I always, would have been when Atari and stuff died out before
I mean
Nintendo came out.
I
Wasn't there
mean
that lull there?
I mean, well, when you dude, I mean, look how well Atari did with the I mean, not really Atari. Atari is great. Don't get me wrong, but look at like the ET game. They
Well,
they
yeah.
actually made a landfill with those
I know,
cartridges.
I know, dude. That game's so horrible. I used to have it.
Funny enough, it was a week or two ago. I sat and watched somebody speed run that game. Like nowadays, they were a kid when it came out, but they in recent times went back and played it and did like a speed run on it.
Video game crash of 83 was a large scale recession in the video game industry that occurred from 83 to 85, primarily in the United States. That was when like the market fell off from the Atari and before the Nintendo Entertainment System came out.
Yeah, NES came out, man. It was Duck Hunt, Mario Brothers. Shit was huge.
Which ill-fated
Zelda.
game led to the crash? ET's the one that started the crash of 83, the video game crash. ET's actually the one that did it.
Well, if you take a look back at some of those games, like there's so many of them that were literally copy paste of code, and they
Yeah, just puts a different dressing on
different
everything.
sprites,
Yeah.
essentially different. Just made the characters in the land look different, but it same mechanics, same everything of how stuff would work, and there was so many copy paste versions, and it yeah.
Dude, Atari lost 500 million in 83 during that crash.
And they're still a company today.
It's incredible.
Yeah, right.
But that's just wild that the ETs did that. That's
Lottery
crazy.
time.
Dude, what a horrible game though. Like it doesn't even make any sense.
It does if somebody tells you what's going on, you can make sense out of it,
But like
but
to just sit down and play it, you have
no, it's horrible.
no.
It's and there to be fair, there were some killer games back then. There was one, I forget what it was, but it might have been like adventure or something, but you were essentially going into a castle, and I think there's a dragon. I don't know, but it was basically an adventure game you got to explore. horrible graphics. I mean, imagine trying to make a castle with the shit that made, like, you saw 2 things that were moving up and down that was tennis players, and
Yeah, it was
then
like Pong.
then a box that was a ball.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, yeah, just like Pong. But imagine an adventure game with graphics like that. Yeah, it doesn't translate real well, but you gotta suspend a huge amount of disbelief to get immersed in that, and even more amount, obviously, to play E.T.
Dude, there was a, thing on, Netflix one time where this guy was actually looking for those Atari games, and he, like, uncovered like, he was digging up this, dump and stuff like that, like, to find them, and he thinks he found them, but, like, they cut it off.
No, they did find the landfill. Somebody eventually did
Oh, so
find.
maybe he did find it then.
Yeah, they did find the landfill of cartridges, like,
Yeah, and they were all just demolished, weren't they? Like,
dude.
but
Imagine you're the guy, right? You were the guy paid to code that game, like, to hurry up and, like, "Hey, this isn't really great, and it's not so what? Put it out there. Get it out there." And I think they rushed it out to hop on the coattails of the movie. When did the movie come out? E.T. the movie.
83.
Did it?
Yeah,
Not the game, the movie, right?
yeah.
So, yeah, they basically
Because they rushed it, yeah.
rushed the
Have it by
game out
Christmas.
unfinished, and I think anybody, if you're trying to develop something or rush it out, take a look back at the E.T. Atari game. That's a good lesson in
Yeah, it's so bad.
take your time, get it out. If you actually put some effort in, it will probably catch on. But, yeah, pushing it out there just like that, massive flop, dude. That was like the E.T. game, that has to be like the belly flop heard round the world, off the high dive.
Oh, dude, it's so bad.
Did you ever actually play it? Like, yourself?
Oh, yeah, 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 I owned it. Oh, dude, when they found it, listen, they found it, Legends Burst to Life in Basket 5, he covered a box copy of ET complete with instructions, catalog, and a Raiders of the Lost Ark insert.
Wow.
Wow.
That's nuts, man. But you're the guy. Imagine how you would feel, like, knowing that you made that. It wasn't ready. It was far from finished, and your company pushed it out anyways.
Yeah,
Do you
like
know what I mean? Like, you had a vision, you know what I mean, of what it could have been, and what it is 2 very different things.
oh, for sure.
Like, that had to be soul crushing, man, to, like,
Yeah, I forget the dude's name that made the fucking ET game too.
but to be in charge of something that could have been that big, to go along with, a companion to the movie, and then
Now you're known as the guy that made the worst video game ever.
Ri
Ever, and literally, that's the worst video
right?
game ever.
Oh, yeah.
Pitfall was good, Doran. I like Pitfall.
Pitfall?
Yeah, I mean, he's like,
You can't
"Oh!"
Pitfall, man, was
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, depending what version you play on what, like, there's some that are better than others. My personal favorite is, the arcade. Like, because they used to have a Pitfall game, Coldstream Laundromat.
Mhm.
They had a stand-up cabinet
Yeah.
with Pitfall, and that's like, I played it on Atari, but it was just clunky with those controllers. The arcade controllers were, the joystick and buttons were much better, and I even though it was the same game, I could seem to get further on the arcade cabinet than I could on Atari.
I just had the most brilliant idea.
What's
We should
that?
host the Antisocial Experience ET on Atari video game tournament. Okay? And we will, like, give everybody 20 minutes and see what they can do with it. But they can't, like, they can't check it out beforehand. They just gotta go in blind and see what they can do with it. I
Ev
think it's genius.
Everybody's gonna give up about a minute in.
Dude, it's
That
genius. You have to, because you fall in that dumb pit and you can't even get out unless you, like, stretch your head up real big. It's so
Yeah, and
dumb. It's
float
so
up.
dumb. So dumb.
But further on in the game, there are parts where you gotta go in those pits to find stuff and then float up out.
Yeah, now, does he ever ride the bike through the moon
No,
in the
not
game?
that I'm
That's
aware
so
of.
lame. How do you make a game with it? Do that?
Then, there's at a certain point, maybe through the whole game, there's FBI agents looking for you.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I know
That's
that.
what catches you.
Yeah.
Those don't look like no FBI if
Yeah,
you
they
ask me.
carry you the whole way back to the beginning or whatever. Sons of bitches.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember the Bill and Ted video game for freaking Nintendo. It was a tough one too, man. You had to take the phone booth back to, like,
Nintendo or
different
Super?
regular Nintendo.
Regular?
Yeah, you had
Damn,
to
no,
take
I
the
don't.
phone booth back. Oh my god, was it a bitch too? You just walked around forever.
Forever. Just doing
Just
aimlessly?
walking. Yeah, just forever.
Yeah, aimless stuff seems to happen with that, and that's what I mean, like, when they tried to take and make a game based on a movie, it didn't always pan out.
No. Well, can you imagine if they made a game based on the Showbiz Pizza trials? Like, you know what I mean? Like you play as Chuck E. Cheese, and you have to murder the whole band and rip their skin off.
Honestly, you could probably make that today.
I know.
With today's tech, Unreal Engine 4 or 5 or whatever, and have a great game that would sell.
Well, obviously it's gonna sell, dude.
Yeah. Where are we at? I gotta not lose sight of the time today.
4:30.
Yeah.
We're 20 minutes in.
That's all right. We got a few minutes still.
Yeah, don't lose sight of time.
But no, if you're giving gold stars out, man,
I think, we got to give him to the Showbiz Pizza Band, rest in peace.
Definitely not the ET game.
No, but rest in peace to Showbiz Pizza Band. Pour one out for my homies. Billy Bear, Misty Mozzarella, Looney Bird.
Now, what is the Altoona location? That's one of the last locations that they have the original.
They still have the original animatronics behind the Chuck E. Cheese characters.
So Under the Skin.
Yeah, Under the Skin is Billy Bob Bear and the ghosts of Billy Bob Bear, Mitzi Mozzarella, Looney Bird, and the rest of the gang.
Damn.
Yeah, it's wild.
Just imagine if they had their real skin on.
Dude, it's wild. Can you imagine the horror? Like, you got to wonder, did Chuck sniff him out first? Did he make him pass out? Did he do it while they were live and awake?
Dude, write a book on this shit.
I think I am. It's an audio one.
Murder mystery novel.
Yeah, but
or audio.
Yeah, who really took Chuck E. Cheese? She took Chuck E. Cheese. Dude, we could do thousands of things with this. We could have spin-offs, or we could have like fantasy ones where like Billy Bob Bear actually fights back and like it's like The Empire Strikes Back and he actually ganks freaking Chuck E. Cheese
right
before it ever happens. He has to go. It's like the Terminator and he has to go back to the past.
You got to wonder who made the call on that too. Like what concept? What was it? Concept unification.
Yeah. I think Adolf Hitler and Mussolini is the one that went in on that one.
Dude, that was. I don't know. To judge, put bias aside, who has the cooler characters, would you say?
Dude, the band.
The original, the Rockfire Explosion.
Yeah, the Rockfire. Yeah, there's no hands down, dude. Hands down.
The original band, not the remake.
No, dude, it's all a bunch of stupid mice. You know what I mean? All he did was infest the place.
Oh. You know what? That's an accurate statement. Showbiz Pizza was fantastic and freaky as a kid.
Showbiz was better, Doran. 100% agree.
Yeah, 100%.
No doubt. Fuck Chuck E. Cheese. Fuck the Chuck.
Not even as a kid, even as an adult, animatronics, robotic shit can be
freaky.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Again, ride Pirates of the Caribbean. Like you're like
yeah, and then you start seeing some of the robots they're building today.
Yeah, but I would not want to be locked in a room like a place full of animatronics, like by myself. No.
And that's the whole premise for the Five Nights at Freddy's game series. Really? You're a security guard in a pizza restaurant, and the animatronics walk around like they come to life.
Oh yeah, no.
There's a whole lore and stuff behind it, and why that is.
Yeah,
and you find it out as you play the game. But yeah, that's what it is. You literally have limited power. You have doors you can shut and lights you can turn on to see if there's something there, and you're stuck in a room.
It kind of reminds me. You ever play Maniac Mansion for freaking Nintendo?
I have, but I can't remember.
Dude, that game was wild. That game was freaky, but it was wild. It was some.
Yeah, that's when you got the whole game.
Yeah,
there wasn't no internet, no
attach on,
DLC,
no OPP, no nothing like that. Yeah, you know me.
Enjoyed what as an adult, Pearl? Showbiz?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Wow. I mean,
you can't fuck with the Chuck,
Right. He's the boss. The boss mouse.
Yeah, he's like he's Mouse Springsteen. Chuck Springsteen.
Dude, you could write a whole comedy on that one.
I know. That's what his stage name is.
The boss?
Yeah. That's how he killed off Bruce too, might as well, What a prick.
Right.
We need to get out of here before he kills us off.
Ruined part of America.
Yeah. Listen, we're going to start a GoFundMe to raise the money to get the band back together. I'm going to get a hold of Mr. Beast, but in the meantime, donate. We're going to get this band back together. And we're going to set it up in Nick's living room. It'll be legendary.
If not the living room, at least. Fuck it. We'll do it here. Why don't we put it there?
Let's do it here in the parking lot. We'll have a concert, dude. It'll be a free concert for everybody. With the Showbiz Beast, I'll be like...
Hey man, it would be. I'm sure you know what. There would be a lot of nostalgic memories for people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And a lot of like jerky movements, like, tambourines.
Yeah, but would you want if you were gonna see that again, would you want those jerky movements, or would you want something more refined, like a
No, I want
like
those jerky movements, dude. I want it to
like
be exactly like it is.
what's Arnold's Terminator T-800? What
Yeah, I thought he was a T-1000.
T-1000's liquid metal.
Oh, okay, so that's the bad guy.
Yeah, the T-800, I think.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Would you want the smooth mechanics of a T-800 running the rocket fire explosion, or the
No,
jerky?
I want
Yeah, right. Exactly.
know?
That would be the more nostalgic way to go
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
You don't want some shit that can actually hop off stage and kill you.
No, because
No.
obviously they can too. Like, look at their fate.
Right.
God rest their souls.
Oh, let's see here. Showbiz is better. Showbiz, the characters were in sync with the music.
I'm in,
Chuck E.
Meg.
Cheese, they weren't in sync.
I'm in.
So what do you think? Do
We're taking a trip.
you think that Chuck E. Cheese, like the people that were making those decisions, right?
Chuck himself.
Well, not just Chuck, but the actual people involved.
Yeah.
Do you think they actually thought like, hey, maybe they didn't change the movement of the animatronics that much or at all?
They didn't
And
at all.
they tried to put different music to it, and it
Yeah.
just doesn't
Yeah.
it doesn't mesh, doesn't
No, not like it used to, man. It doesn't like he used to have the hooks and whatnot, used to like he used to, the bear if you fall in that melody with that guitar. I mean, you'd hear it,
Right,
man. It was
right.
it was magic. It was
Yeah,
magic when that band played.
like Hendrix on stage.
Yeah. I remember when he broke his guitar and lit it on fire, the bear that is. Like it was wild. What a time to be alive. Animatronics were crazy back then. He
Yeah.
smashed the guitar on stage, lit it on fire. I was like, dude, you're fucking an animatronic bear. How you doing that? But he did it. I was shocked.
Just we got some more stuff here. Just imagine when they malfunction, screaming, crying kids everywhere. Yeah, shit would have to break
And they'd be all like,
down. Shit breaking,
I'd
springs
be like they got
flying.
shot in the neck with a freaking tranquilizer dart. It's like, you got a fucking dart in your neck.
Dude, what movie was that in where the dude took a dart?
Yeah, it's old school. Yeah, he's like, you got a fucking dart in your neck. He's like, you're crazy. He's like, you're crazy, man.
That shit was good, dude.
Yeah, it's funny shit. Yeah,
I'm just laughing thinking about it.
yeah, dude. Will Ferrell's all saying about that boy. He's like, you're crazy.
Did he go in?
Yeah, you'd be like, dude, you got a fucking dart in your
Wait,
neck.
did he? Is that when he knocked the table over and took part of the table in? With him?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, he's hilarious in that movie.
yeah, and it's you can't copy paste entertainment like that. That's the
No.
thing, Just like you can't copy paste fucking ET and have a good game.
Yeah, or copy paste the new skins on fucking animatronics and have the same band. Like it's not the same band.
It's not going to work out. So
No.
lesson learned.
Yeah, that's your
Would
lesson
you
for
would
today.
you give Chuck E. Cheese gold stars on their effort?
Not me. I'd
Not
rather
me.
give them silver stars.
All right, so gold stars almost all around.
Yeah, just bronze for them.
And we told you by the end you'd give us gold stars.
Yeah, with all the vital information we just handed you, And thanks to Noah Keller for the vital information too, because that's where I got it.
He is
The bass player for Abstentious. He's like 19.
Yeah.
He knows more about Chuck E. Cheese than Chuck himself. Noah's actually probably going to be the one that assassinates Chuck E. Cheese.
Right. And if you haven't heard that band,
Yeah, check him out.
where do they have most of their stuff? Spotify? I know it's probably everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music.
Let me take a second and type the name in the chat because it is how it sounds, but Abstentious. I think I spelled that right.
I say you did.
ABSTENTIOUS.
Yeah,
There you go.
and a partridge.
Check
in a
the
pear
band
tree.
out if you like.
Books, check them out.
If you like good punk music, they play it for sure.
Yeah, many, very, 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 very talented. More talented than us, even if you can imagine.
All right, sir.
All right,
Cancel this shit.
all right, dude. Let's be ET and phone home.
BET and phone home.
Yeah, ET's trying to phone home the whole movie. Where have you been, man? Just over. Just shut her down.